Hey everyone who's watching the Midnight Oil this evening. We have a super fun video, I think, tonight, which is interviewing my mom, Rosemary. So she's going to tell us all about the Daniel Plan. Now, you guys have probably heard me mention the Daniel Plan, and we're not at all affiliated with the Daniel Plan. We just really like the idea of it. We think it's a really simple concept to try to get some of the yuckies out of your house, and we're all about overall health. And so that's just a really simple diet. She's going to tell us all about it and her journey. And hopefully you guys get a kick out of it and can take some awesome information from it as well. So enjoy. Everyone, so we are here with my mom, Rosemary, and she is going to tell us an awesome story about her health journey, right?
Right.
So, we're going to talk about the Daniel Plan, and you guys have seen me post a lot of stuff about the Daniel Plan. And so we're going to go a little bit further in depth, and it's basically just clean eating, right?
Correct.
So tell us what the Daniel Plan is for those people who haven't really heard about it.
Well, actually, the Daniel Plan is a biblically based program of healthy living, but it also involves faith and friends and food and fitness and focus.
That sounds a lot like ULA.
Yeah.
How about that?
So, yes, it starts with faith, and the most important thing is the faith and the friends, and then the others after that. But because everyone needs friends to help,
like accountability partners.
Yeah, sure.
Support.
And definite support. So it's great in a church, in a small group setting, which is how I did it, and had a huge impact on my life, changed my life actually, much for the better.
Cool. So it's like removing a lot of processed foods, a lot of sugar, a lot of gluten, removing all that stuff, right? And just eating clean.
Yes, correct. Clean eating. So you want to stay away from all the processed foods and the sugars for sure. A lot of fresh vegetables and fruits, and lean meats. So a lot of people ask me when I tell them that I started doing this lifestyle change, they ask me, well, can you eat meat? Well, yes, lean meats and fish. So.
Now, the Daniel Plan runs on like 90%, 10%, right? Is kind of
Correct.
What they recommend.
Yes. So the Daniel Plan is big on abundance and not deprivation. So that
pretty cool.
Yes, you don't want to feel like you've been deprived. So they do a 90% of the time you are careful about eating clean food, healthy food. And then 10% of the time you can just kind of treat yourself.
Yeah, like the cupcake I ate today.
Yes.
And that's totally cool on the Daniel Plan. So there are recipe books out there. We have, I know I have a recipe book, but you've shared some recipes with me as well. And so it's basically just getting that trash out and replacing it with fresh foods and non-processed stuff.
Correct.
And so then... well, let me just go on to the next question. So what made you decide to start the Daniel Plan?
Well, with me, I felt the Lord dealing with me for quite a while about eating healthy, to the point where I was looking at food differently.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, junk food and stuff was appearing to be junk food to me. So he was preparing me for this. And so when it came up in my church, the Connect group, I was very excited about doing it. And so I signed up to do it, and, well, had a huge impact on my life. I lost over 40 pounds, and I've kept it off because I took this group September 2015, and we're January 2017 now, and the 40 pounds is still gone, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. So, you talked about, having friends in this, and a Connect group.
Yes.
And that kind of thing. So, what other support systems did you have?
I would just say family, mostly. Other than
What would you recommend for other people to have if they want to start? Hang on, baby. We've got Lonnie here with me too, everyone.
I would say that if you're not doing this as like a small group in your church, just getting a close friend that you can start this with.
Yeah.
And just, you know,
and you can share recipes and
absolutely, because it's really nice to be able to share recipes. One thing I have found, if you get the Daniel Plan cookbook, it's great. But a lot of their recipes have so many ingredients. It's a little discouraging.
A lot of them do, yeah.
Yeah, I found that to be a little discouraging. To me, simpler is better. You know, the Daniel Plan promotes using a lot of spices and herbs and things like that to enhance your clean food, which is great. But they're, like I said, a lot of the recipes are just too involved.
Yeah, so a lot of times what I do is remove some of those ingredients.
Correct. That's what I have done.
The recipes are incredibly tasty.
Yes, they are.
Very good. You do not feel like you're lacking. Turn that down, Lonnie. But I agree with you. So there's quite a few recipes in there that are really long. So in that case, I typically will remove a few things and still end up with a really tasty dish just fine.
Yes.
But then there's a lot of simple ones in there too.
Yes, there are.
Like cauliflower potatoes, like the faux potatoes and stuff is in there, and I've posted that on there. Is why I mentioned that. So, overall, I guess all those recipes are pretty yummy. So. All right, so let's see. What is your progress since starting the Daniel Plan? How long ago did you start it?
I started it September 2015.
Cool.
So it's been a little
over a year. So what is your progress? You said 40.
A little over 40 pounds.
A little over 40 pounds. But you did that quickly. It hasn't taken that.
Well,
that year.
I wouldn't call it quick. I mean, some people might. I was losing like a pound a week, and some people might be just a little discouraged with that. But
well, I think everybody's different. Everybody needs a different pace because it depends on where you're at on your weight as to what you should be losing. But to me, a pound a week sounds like
healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not doing something drastic to your body. You're doing something that's better, so you're seeing the result of it. Because you didn't add a lot of, like, physical activity, right? She has a very physical job.
Yes.
But you didn't add, like, a fitness routine in for the most part.
I did do some walking, but it would be about once a week just because my job is so physical. When I get home from my job, I pretty much count that as my
yes, rightfully
activity.
So lots of walking involved and lifting and stuff. So that makes sense.
But I did make an effort to go at least once a week and do a major walk.
Yeah. So that's really great. But there wasn't any major, like, every day I'm working out an hour type situation. So it was really an easier transition. And so being that you're still losing a pound a week, I think that's pretty significant still. But it's like this healthy rate. So I don't think, if anybody's discouraged by that, we should talk.
Okay.
Right? Because that's healthy. If you're wanting to lose several pounds a week, either, there's a more significant need to lose weight, or you're doing something unhealthy to lose that much that quickly, wouldn't you think?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not a fitness expert or a health expert.
Well, see, the thing with the Daniel Plan is, for me, okay, you're going to lose weight, which in turn is going to improve your health. Mm-hmm. But the big thing is the focus should be more on becoming healthy.
Right.
Over the mindset of gotta lose weight.
Right.
It's about taking care of this body that God has given us as a gift. Mm-hmm. And it's our responsibility to take care of it.
Right.
So you want to do it smart. And as far as the physical activity, it is important. Fitness is a part of it. But you want to do an exercise that you like, because if you don't, you're not going to maintain that.
Right.
So you want to do something that you like. I like to walk, and I like to ride bikes. So I did a lot of that as well. Riding bikes and walking are my two things that I enjoy doing. So
cool. That makes sense. So other than weight loss, because you were just talking about like the overall health.
Yes.
Other than weight loss, what are some of the positive impacts you've seen?
Well, obviously you're going to have more energy. You just feel better.
Yeah.
You know, you're eating good food. So instead of, you know, a lot of times when you eat all that junk and it just, you get so tired,
right.
And you know, you're...
But then, like, once you do that for a long time, you just think that's how you're supposed to feel. Most of us don't know how good our bodies are supposed to feel, so it kind of falls back on that old saying of that, right?
I know that's how I was before, you know.
So you felt an increase in energy and get up and go and just an overall wellness.
Yeah, you do. You just feel better.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, great, cool. So, what would you tell to someone that's considering trying the Daniel plan as a health option?
Well, anyone who is really concerned about their health and they want to take care of this temple, doing the Daniel plan is obviously a lifestyle change. It's not a diet. You are making small changes at a time, changing habits that are bad, and it's just so encouraging to be able to make positive changes in your life, you know, but you want to do it. You don't want to try to do it all at once.
Right.
You make little changes, take little steps. Replacing bad habits.
Sugar with stevia. Start there.
Right,
type situation and just take those steps and slowly, just like we talk about with chemicals in our home, replacing it with maybe the thieves line and that kind of thing. You do that one by one, so it's not overwhelming, doesn't break your budget. Just
right.
Little by little.
Yeah, well, they tell you in the Daniel plan, the first thing you want to do if you decide that you really want to start taking care of your body is to go through your pantry and get rid of all the garbage stuff that you have in there and replace it with healthy stuff. That's the first step that you want to take.
Okay, cool. All right, great. Well, we do have the Sleek line also with Young Living, and so that's all plant-based, natural, which would be very much in line with the Daniel plan, sticking with all that stuff. So I posted stuff about the Sleek 60-day challenge coming up in March. There's one going on right now and another one in March. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, you could do that too. And all of that stuff would tie in. So anything else you want to add about your journey or your experience with the Daniel plan or anything you want to let everyone know?
For me, it was an improvement in my relationship with God because I felt His grace. His grace is really what made me succeed in it. I didn't have the willpower to do that myself. So anyone who's thinking about doing this, you want to really just spend a lot of time with the Lord and get to know Him better, and He is going to give you the grace to make these great changes in your life. And that was so in my case. So I experienced the grace of God in a new way, a new powerful way. And it just brought me closer to Him.
Yeah. Cool. Good advice.
Yeah.
There you have it. Well, I think that's all we have on the Daniel plan. So, and like I said before, it kind of gets in line with ULA there too.
Yeah.
You know, with faith and fitness, 2 of the 7 F's. So fitness is high on your list as well as faith is high on your list when you do the ULA Life chart. ULALife.com, you can do their wheel. If fitness is high up, faith is high up, this would be a great thing to do. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, thanks so much for letting me interview you awkwardly.
Sure. Yeah.
But it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. So I wanted to pick her brain about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. So that was her testimony on her journey to losing over 40 pounds. And I hope you guys really enjoyed it and can take something from it. Again, it's just this easy concept of just getting some junk out of your house and replacing it with good, real food that we should be eating. Now, I want to remind you guys that we do have the Sleek product line that I am super intrigued by and very excited. We have a 60-day challenge coming up with Young Living. So there will be support and that kind of thing. If you guys want to get some of the yuckies out of your house and replace it with better food, aka do the Daniel plan or whatever you want to call it, and then adds the Sleek line on top of that. We do have the Sleek and 60 challenge coming up. That starts in March, I believe the 13th of March. I'll keep you guys posted. That would be an awesome thing to couple with your journey, and I just think you guys will do fantastic. I think you'll love what you're eating. You're not going to feel like you're doing without. So let me know if you guys want to take part in that. And I hope somebody got something awesome out of this and her testimony. I hope it motivates someone to see just how easy it is. And we just have to reprogram ourselves because we're so used to junk. We grew up on junk, most of us. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a wonderful night. Message below any questions you have. All right, guys. Good night.